as a crowd of protesters. They have come once again to the Kenosha County Courthouse because this building has come to exemplify the justice system that many of them say is not working. Though tonight, the prosecutor here in Kenosha County is bringing charges, or is expected to bring charges, against a teenager from Northern Illinois who allegedly shot demonstrators in the street last night.
A 17-year-old individual from Antioch, Illinois, was involved in the use of firearms to resolve whatever conflict was in place. The result of it was 2 people are dead.
Authorities announced the arrest of 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse of Antioch, Illinois, in connection with the fatal shooting of 2 people, a 26-year-old from Silver Lake and a 36-year-old from Kenosha. A 26-year-old from West Allis was also injured during the chaotic confrontation last night.
And once they got to this parking lot, of course, they went to the cars that was over there, started knocking out windows. They lit one car on fire over there.
Jalen Goodlow is a security guard at the hospital across the street, and he says he took cover behind his car.
The moment I got behind my vehicle, that's when shots were fired.
It was 11:45, nearly 4 hours after the citywide curfew had taken effect. This video shows a young man sitting in the middle of the street, aiming a long gun at people who were running down the street. He gets up and walks away as gunfire rings out and walks right past nearby officers.
In situations that are high stress, you have such an incredible tunnel vision. You have no idea what's outside right here if you're looking right here.
Law enforcement went to help the shooting victims. Members of a group calling themselves the Kenosha Guard had pledged to protect the city.
Somebody approached somebody with a gun and shots were fired. And unfortunately, we got 2 people who were shot, possibly a 3rd.
Activists say the armed people are acting as an accelerant.
Armed militia are now coming to these protests, which is almost similar to putting gasoline on an already burning situation.
Kenosha Police Chief Daniel Miskinis was pressed repeatedly, but did not condemn the armed citizens as dangerous.
Across this nation, there have been armed civilians who have come out to exercise their constitutional right and to potentially protect property.
As the city struggles to maintain order, Kenosha County Sheriff David Beth said he's been asked to deputize armed citizens.
And I'm like, oh, hell no. And what happened last night, and I think Chief Miskinis is going to talk about it, was probably the perfect reason why I wouldn't.
Meantime, the mayor is calling for calm after days of rage.
We need to make sure that we help create or stop this divide and this anger that is going on in this country, and that only begins with each one of us willing to honestly talk with each other.
And Rittenhouse, the alleged shooter from Antioch, is expected to face first-degree intentional homicide charges. Those charges, we are told, could be announced within the hour by prosecutors here in Kenosha.